What's up, everybody? It's your girl Ricki, and welcome to another episode of Thick Girl Thoughts. And we are here today. Happy holidays. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Come on. Hey, that's all I know. Anyway, so today we are talking about family gatherings during the holidays. Toxic or non-toxic? It could go either way. So that's what we're talking about today. Hopefully you enjoy it. If you do, you know what you can do. Hit the subscribe button and check your girl out all the time. Ring the bell so you can be notified when we pull up somewhere and have a video for your ass. Okay? Let's get into the show. Come on.
The time is now thick 30, so you know what that means. It's time to think thick with your host, the Thick Goddess. Let the thickness begin.
What's up, lovely people? This is your girl, Ricki, also known as Ricki, also known as the Thick Goddess, here with another episode of Thick Girl Thoughts. And I have a special guest tonight. So excited. My girl, Devonay Marie. Thank you for joining us.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me, because I'm a thick girl over here.
Come on now. So you guys don't know her on this podcast, but she has been on my other podcast that I talk about, becoming a ... podcast. She's been, I think you've been on there a couple of times because I did put some of the our insecure stuff on there too as well. So yeah, this was my insecure partner during the lockdown, which was everything.
Amazing.
It was so good to talk to people about this show right after it happened. I'm like, okay, so what you think about this? Oh no,
I miss it. I miss it so much. It was amazing. I loved being a part of that group. That's what introduced me to y'all's little podcast world. I love it.
Yes. So speaking of podcast world, what's going on with your podcast, girl?
So, your girl went into a little hiatus. I went into a little hiding. However, I have recorded some episodes. I just got to get them edited and ready and put up. But I will be back. My podcast is called It's Her Podcast, which name change may be a thought.
Okay.
I'm just playing around with a few things. However, if you haven't already, or if you have, go check out my podcast, guys. I have a few podcast episodes on there where I was spitting some knowledge on things that I was going through, feelings I was feeling. But yeah, I'll be back.
Okay, I was just wondering, girl, because I was like,
I'll be back.
You was on it, and I was like, I need you to come back.
Yes, I'm gonna come back, and I'm gonna come back even stronger, better, and you gotta come be on there.
Yes, I'm down. I am always down for a podcast episode. I love it. So yes. So today we're going to be talking about, since it's the holiday season, Ow. So whoop-de-doo. Hey, a dickory-dock.
Don't forget
what?
Wine o'clock.
Wine o'clock. Come on, girl. To have wine, a cheers to that. So this is the holiday season, and sometimes you get a little anxiety going to family gatherings because you already know the questions are coming.
The questions are gonna flow.
Oh, you ain't seen these people since last time, so they're like, "Oh, girl, what is this?"
So last time, the COVID,
So I want to play this clip because this is how sometimes it starts and you don't even realize it because you're just a child. Okay. So let me play this clip right quick.
Pay attention. Look down here in this pot.
Yes.
You see that?
I can see.
See, you ain't paying attention and you ain't gonna learn how to cook.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why your mama ain't got no man now.
That makes sense.
You're gonna end up being just like her. Look in the damn pot.
Wait, let me see.
Yeah, that's the ticket. See that there?
Look.
That's called Catch a Man Stew. I'm gonna teach you this young, cause we ain't bringing no more of you bastards
It's
up in here.
bubbles.
That's called boiling.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get
Excuse me? Like that whole thing, like how you talk to a child like that, first of all. Like you sitting there saying you just gonna be like your mama. We ain't bringing no more bastards in this house. Like,
And I think like, so a lot of people took that and it went over their heads because a lot of people laughed. Like it's been like the joke. It's been like, oh, that's
really?
how elders are. It's been, yeah, I've been like, and for me working in the industry with kids, I was just like, as the poor child's oblivious to what you're saying, but just to know that she'll be able to look back on this video, you know, hopefully she finds it to be funny. I don't know. It's not funny to me, and
At all.
but anything to go viral these days, I guess. Like,
Just even being like really toxic to your own grandchild, like talking to her like, you gotta learn how to catch a man stew. Like, why are
it was
we
the bastard part for me. I think
I
that
mean,
everything else was kind of funny because it's like, grandparents get sick of that. They get sick of you bringing in grandkids after grandkids, man after man, daddy after daddy, and mama after mama. Like, pick
right.
something. So I get like the funny part of it, but I think choice of words maybe weren't the best because like it just wasn't the best. I don't know.
Because
I don't know that I would think that that's funny coming from my mom, but then again, my mom wouldn't do that. But I don't know that I would think that that's funny. I don't think it's funny.
Yeah, no,
It's all good, like to teach a woman how to be in the kitchen, and
right.
we need that. My mom taught me how to cook. My mom was like an amazing cook to me.
Yeah.
Still is. I don't mean was. She still is. We need that, but yeah, it's the way she went about it.
Yeah, then like
It was the little bastards.
The bastards, like. So
like,
you call grandma, you call me a bastard.
No, grandma fed up. That's what that is. That's called grandma is tired and you drop these kids off at her house.
That too. Like you need a husband to be there with your children. And it just but that's what I'm saying. Like little stuff like that starts at that age. And then once you get older, then you don't really see it until like you're older and you're like, now wait a minute.
Yeah.
That wasn't right. She shouldn't have been saying stuff like that to me.
Yeah.
So I mean, I hate to say it, but sometimes we be doing the most.
Yeah, Black people, we do the most. We do the most. We don't know when to cut it off.
Not at all. And
the thing about it is she seemed like she was 100% just being herself.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And so it's like, well, were you doing this just to be funny? It was the act. Did you record just like I don't get it.
No, she meant that shit. she meant every word.
She says you ain't looking, and that's why you're gonna be just like your mama.
Just tad.
Wait a minute, ma'am. Is because first I have questions. Is her mama your daughter? Or is that your son?
That's what I thought about too.
I got questions. Like now I want to know. Now I want to dig.
Like, is that your son's daughter or your daughter's daughter? Because
you said it a little too comfortable. You said it as if it were like the baby mama. So,
but then also she could be talking about her son bringing all these children in here with different women. So it could go either way.
It could go either way, but the world has questions now, sis. You didn't put this video out.
Right, and she did, and probably had one of her other bastard grandchildren uploaded. I'm saying, because that's what I would think now. Like if I was one of her grandchildren, I would think, okay, so now I'm a bastard.
Listen, like I said, I don't think parents think about their children growing up and how that will affect them and circulate around the internet. You do have to kind of just be mindful of that stuff. Yeah. It's gonna come back on them.
Yeah, and the bad thing about it is now, like back in the day, you ain't gotta have recordings of you. You just had that moment and it's gone. It'll live in your head if it was bad. and then if you can let it go, it will go away. But now in the day and age, everybody got to be like this with their phones in your
Yep.
face all day,
Yep.
and nothing's private anymore.
Yeah.
Like the dad who like cut his son's hair into like a bad haircut. That's all out there for him forever, you know. Um, and even we make, I mean, Black people gonna make jokes, period. But when now with all, the tweets and stuff coming out of family gatherings and how people act, you got the bougie aunt, you got the rich aunt, you got the stud aunt that everybody say her best friend is her girlfriend, all this other stuff. You gotta they even, I mean, even movies have people where they pay people to be their dates for the holidays, because you're gonna get, especially if you're a single woman, because women get it more than men.
Yeah.
Period. It's
Well,
always I feel like
I don't
women
know that I would like.
Mm,
I don't know that I would say that necessarily, because
you don't think so?
I don't know. I don't know that I would say that, because I know a lot of like men whose like moms really press for that. When you're gonna settle down, when you're gonna stop bringing, different women around. Honestly, it may just be a little bit more even. I think that we are a little bit more vocal about it. I think we get more irritated about it, where, men laugh it off and it's like, it is what it is, it's whatever. Where we're just like, oh God, I'm dreading going here because I know the questions are coming. Like we joke about it more. We make a bigger fuss about it, but I don't think that we get it more often because the men are the ones that don't settle. Like, we're not supposed to do the chasing and the courting. So
and
yeah, they're the ones.
And that's why I feel like I'm really old school, because I want the man to do the chasing, and like I'm just like, let me know.
I'm very old school, very. Watching my grandparents, I'm like, yeah, no. I know what a great man, my uncles, I know what a great man looks like. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, no, I'm not settling. If you can't my uncles pull up on me and put gas in my car. Like, if you can't even, you get in my car and we're driving and you don't see that, I got a problem.
Yeah. And that's a good thing that having, good role models in your life to know, hey, this is how you're supposed to be treated. Yeah. And once you grow up like that, you want, because I try to teach my son, like hold the door open for people, pump the gas and stuff like that. So I'm trying. Is he gonna do it when he leave my house? Hell if I know.
Listen, you train up a child in the way they go, and when they depart, they should not stray away from it. Hopefully, that is the goal.
That's the goal, but he might do it.
Grow up, we get around people. Kids are influenced by a lot of other people. They meet people in their lives. They're curious. They want to experience different things, and so let's just say we hope. We're gonna pray. He'll always keep what you say in the back of their head. It'll always be there, and so whenever they need it, the moment that they need it, they'll be like, this is the moment my mom was talking about or my dad was talking about. So it'll always be in their head. Will they utilize it?
At all times.
They won't utilize it until they actually on their asses.
Yeah, that part.
Oh, can I curse on here?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yes. It's not even just like holiday. Like if you go to a wedding, like my stepsister got married 2018. And my stepmom like, so who's next? Looking at me and my stepbrother, and I'm like, him, because he got a girlfriend. So I don't know.
Listen, he making more steps than me. So okay, you might shock yourself though.
Okay.
Listen, I'm right there with you, sis. Like, I'm just like,
no, I
know it's in the cards for me. Because listen, I'm a wife, period. Okay. But
you just waiting on the right person.
I just don't know, I'm just gonna sit.
You're just waiting on the right person to come along and do right by you. That's mainly it. You know what I'm saying? So
I am very feminine. I think this world of women, we want to be independent enough to where we're psyching ourselves out and saying we don't want a man, we don't need a man, we can do this, we can do that. Listen, I need a man. Okay, I want a man. I want to come home and be like, I need gas in my car. Can you go? I don't want to go do it. I don't want to wake up and start my own car. Like you want your manly, take it. You can have it. That's where we're struggling. So yeah. I'm very feminine though. Like I let that be known.
Oh
You
no,
may take control
that's
to
the
a certain
thing.
extent.
You want like, and that's one thing I can't get over on these like reality shows that I watch. Like they get upset when they don't tell them stuff, and then they get upset when they do. But later on, I'm like, put it out on the table at the beginning. Like, look, this is what I want. Don't wait until like you already said like I love you, and then you're like, also I don't want kids. Well, you know what I'm saying?
Like we can't do that. That's like a second date question.
Yeah, like people get so offended.
Those are like first week.
Yeah, because I need
by
to know.
the way, I've been married before, or by the way, I've been engaged before.
Right.
I don't get, that's the part that confuses me. It's like when you're getting to know somebody at the beginning and you're asking questions, and mainly it's women, we ask the questions, you know, men just kind of follow suit. You do have certain men that do want to know who they're getting to know. They're very interested and very curious. I've dated men that were very, very much curious. You know, some questions I'm like, damn, like, yeah, I never thought about it, you know. But when we talk about things like kids, or we talk about things like marriage, or have you been married before, or have you ever been close to being married before, I feel like I don't know why people struggle with like saying no, and then down the line they're like, well, I've been engaged before, and so this is a trigger for me.
Well, now you're just lying.
You said you ain't never been. So I don't know. I have a problem with that. Like when I'm trying to get to know you, just be honest. If we continue to talk, we continue to talk. If we don't, we don't. But the worst thing is for me to get in good with you and then find out like you have been engaged, in fact, or you are a divorced man. I've had that. And it's just like, why am I finding this out from your sister? Or like we're in conversation and somebody's like, so are you going to stay married this time? Married this time? Well, when were you married the first time?
Right.
And when did you get a divorce? Last week. It's just like stuff like that. I like real life experiences. Like I'm going to talk about that stuff on my podcast. Like that's real life. Like I've been with somebody that had a whole nother life in a whole nother state.
Oh.
Okay. And I'm talking about didn't know you didn't live here because we went to high school together.
Okay.
So news to me.
Oh.
Yeah, very much so. So I got stories. Okay. Like I feel like I've seen it all, heard it all, been through it all. At this point in my life, now I'm just like, what am I willing to put up with? You know?
Yeah.
What do I truly want? But yeah, the reality shows, they make that stuff little. Like I just watched, I don't know if you watched it, but Love is Blind.
I started it and I was over it probably by the second episode.
I think for me, my problem is this. You get in these relationships, okay, in the past, and you ask these people to marry you. Then we get to the place and you see the person that you potentially turned down. Well, now you want them.
Raven.
For me, I'm not going to go
further
with you. Yeah, I'm not going to go any further with you because you clearly feel like you made the wrong decision. So how naive and dumb of me and disrespectful to me to even consider to keep going. Then you sat in the hotel room and told me. My mouth just stayed open when he was like, yeah, she's my type. She's something I would go for. And when I seen her, I was just like, wow, like,
yo, he was going in, and I'm like, dude, she's sitting right, like, disrespectful.
Okay, let me go get her for you because clearly you made the wrong decision.
Okay, and now if they end up together, I know something because now she done broke up. Raven done broke up with SK.
Well, SK told her no. Okay, when they got to altar.
Oh, I didn't know. See, I didn't see the weddings. I just saw they really didn't talk about theirs too much. They talked
Yeah,
about like
Raven's family wasn't in support of it. You know, Africans, they are very, very family oriented. Shout out
right.
to you guys. I love you guys. Not trying to like make a racist statement, but like they're very, very family oriented. So it bothered him that her family wasn't there. So he was just like, what does that look like for us in our future?
Mm,
So
I get
I mean,
that.
I kind of understood it. I don't too much agree with the show waiting until you're in front of everybody, but I guess that's how it's set up.
I mean, it's more dramatic if you do it in front of
Yeah.
it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
But
it's
for
like,
me, it's just
oh
like,
my God, he's leaving her at the altar. Shame.
but then
It's just
I'm
like
like, do y'all already know?
they do. Because you know I feel like they talk to them beforehand so they know where to set up the camera.
Listen, I don't know.
I don't know.
Reality TV just makes things, I don't know. I don't really pay attention to it much because some stuff just be so unrealistic to me. And I'm just like, yeah, no, I would never. We're not continuing the show when you're sitting in the pool telling somebody else that you want them.
I
Like
mean,
I'm definitely okay with shortening my time on the camera.
I would have really like when Bartiz was talking to her about Raven, I would have got out that bed and
It would have
walked
been an
out.
exit for me.
I was like, I'm done. Can somebody take this mic off? Because I'm done. Why?
Absolutely.
Why continue?
Absolutely.
No.
Like, yeah, absolutely.
No. Ain't nobody got time for that.
For me. That's enough for me.
Yeah. I can't. And then you know what's so funny? I was watching a video, I think it was last night before, about Portia, because they're finally, I think they're getting married or something.
Yeah, I seen that she had her bachelor party.
Right. And
they're
so
going through with it. Okay.
And I was like, wow. And they were talking about like all the mess that went on. Like of course, on the show, she brought Fallon on as a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But then it's like, well, I really don't know her. But I get it because sometimes they might be like, hey, let's introduce you. You might know of her, but you don't know her. So we're gonna bring you on as a friend since you're the one who knows her more than the other girls.
Yeah.
You know, but still you all at this woman's house and now
I just
you know, I was like, do you think I don't think that's sis. I don't think this is, and then they were talking about like he's Nigerian, so they're used to having multiple wives.
Mm-hmm.
And so is he gonna stay faithful? Like, can you trust him? I don't think so. Because that's already, this relationship started off toxic, okay? And now, you know, that other woman that came out that was riding in his car that he claimed that he wasn't talking to her at the same time as Portia. I'm like, y'all already starting off wrong as fuck.
Real rocky, like
already starting off wrong. And y'all gonna continue to do wrong.
Well, they were saying Portia was still messing with PJ's daddy.
Because didn't she get that ring back like a month or two before she announced that she was with him? And then they said they worked together. Like, I'm just like, so it's just okay. This is what we're all right. Well,
I'm gonna just say this. I'm just not saying too much because I'm seeing Portia. I don't necessarily ride for the way that she is going about things, but I just wish you the best, sis. I pray for you because I really don't think it's gonna last. And I feel like you gave up Real Housewives of Atlanta for nothing, really. To be honest, like you didn't gain anything from it. You know, at least when Nene stopped being on here, we've seen her in other places. She had other
right.
I just feel like she's giving it up because you don't want to face the people, but it is what it is. Like,
right.
I'm not going to stop working on my job because I'm choosing to be with somebody that the world may not necessarily agree with. And who knows? It might be her soulmate. We don't know.
I mean, we don't know. All I'm saying
is karma is the biggest bitch. And when she hit, She don't care who she destroyed, boo.
Yep, have fun with that.
But Fallon has moved on. She's got a husband now.
Oh, she got
Yeah, and another baby. So yeah, she's moved on. Like,
moving
she
on.
seems happy. So
Well, that's good for her. It was just so messy. Like
very messy.
I hate drama. I don't want to be in it. If it take all this, why am I? I'm not.
I'm
finna
telling
fight.
you, like, I don't want no parts of it. I don't want any parts of it. I will ride off in the middle of a conversation. Like, there's nothing to discuss. My thing is this. When I've already, like, if you have already done something like you cheated, and it's blatantly in my face, what are we conversating about? What do you need me to understand?
I don't know.
There's no conversation. No explaining. I know how cheating works. I don't need an education about it. And like, it is what it is. You're grown. You do things that you want to do. It ain't no momentary feeling. Like, no, you wanted to do it. You want to do it. Do it. Just do that shit without me. There are people out here willing to just, I'm not going nowhere. I don't care what you do. Unfortunately for me, no, thank you. Now, I ain't got to make no dramatic, like, outing or exit.
Right.
But I will not stick around for that. Like, Portia's a good one. I'm not doing it.
I don't, you know, because they, in this video I watched, they talked about Cordell, you know, all that debacle with her first marriage. And that was very, like, she found out on social media that, you know, she was getting divorced. So I just, like, I want her to find a good man that's going to treat her right. Because all these men that she's had so far, not very good. You know, it's just like,
and money ain't it's not everything. And I feel like she has her own. Like, you have your own. So that's kind of why I'm like, well, does she really love him? Like, it doesn't seem like it's too much for the money. But I don't know.
I see.
I'm not putting up with no bullshit because you got money. Like, that's dead.
Because she put up with her baby daddy too when he was out there cheating, and she went back with him and was gonna get married and everything. And then she was like, okay, well, no, this Negro got more money and I kind of like him better, I guess. And you know, I don't know.
She said, I guess.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not her. That ain't my business. But it's just, I don't know. It just seems like she's just going like, well, what's the better of the evil? Like, you know,
a lot of women too are saying the whole like, just don't be with my friends. Don't let it be anybody that I know.
Okay. Well, let's talk about that. Facebook and family and airing out all your dirty business on Facebook. God. What in the world? You be like reading like, what the hell going on?
And I really be reading the stuff, and I'm just like, you're live arguing right now? Wait a minute. Your baby daddy did what? With your cousin?
Right.
Girl, we don't need to know all of that.
But I'm gonna keep reading because this shit funny and interesting.
I'm clicking the comments and everything. What they saying about, what the people saying.
Right. Like, okay, somebody jump in. Somebody auntie done jumped in. Oh Lord.
Not the great aunt.
Sarah, you better get that phone and get out there.
Right. You got the opposite. You got the ones that's gonna ride for you and they down for the fight. And then you got the ones that's like, don't fall victim to this. This is crazy. You look crazy. Take it down. Yeah.
We should not be having our family business out on Facebook. Now you know better than that.
I don't think I've ever like aired that type of thing out. Like, I always do like, pray for me this week. You know, my mental health is not the best. Mm-hmm. I think I've done stuff like that, but like the whole like boyfriend debacle or beefing with somebody on social media, like, ew.
Right.
Ew.
I saw
like,
this one.
Why do you even have time to sit and like make statuses about somebody? But I'm gonna read it.
I'm definitely gonna read it. But you know, certain people, like, I hate when people like that everybody knows the situation, but you trying to not to name nobody, but everybody know who you talking about.
Right.
He's like, I ain't putting
It's
no
like,
names
girl,
out.
we know
Well,
who
I
your
ain't say
baby
his
daddy
name.
is. We know who your baby daddy is.
Right. Like, why do we do, like, why are we doing this? Because you know it's something after these holidays, it's gonna be something putting up, well, you know, I guess family ain't what it used to be.
Oh Lord. It's been like so many, like, people are just not happy with the holidays anymore. I guess maybe I was a little naive to the world. It just seemed like everybody loved the holidays, but lately, like, all these people don't text me happy Thanksgiving. Like, we never did that growing up. Like, everybody was always like happy to say happy Thanksgiving to their friends. I've been seeing so many posts like, don't tell me happy Thanksgiving, just eat your food. Like, I'm just like, where did the world turn into fucking Scrooge?
Girl, after the 2020, everybody's attitudes and changed, child. They don't care no more. They just like, you know what? I don't even care for Thanksgiving. It can go to hell. And you know, I think people's true colors have came out because they were isolated so long. They just like, I don't know what to do with myself. I like nothing anymore. Like, what? I don't even know. Like, that's the only thing I can think of that dramatically happened that made people like this now. But I think it's gotten worse.
Right.
You know, like, it's gotten so much worse because now people are like, well, shit, I could die tomorrow. Who knows? Let me just, you know, say whatever the hell I want to say.
Yep.
What you gonna do?
And then I've been seeing a lot of pandemic relationships.
Oh,
Pandemic relationships, marriages, and babies.
a lot of babies.
I'm like,
I'm good. I'm glad I didn't have nobody.
I'm pregnant by my pandemic partner. Okay. Well, you knew what could happen, sis. Like,
yeah. And a lot of I saw a lot of people like they were dating on these apps because of course you ain't got nothing else to do. So a lot of people were on the apps and found people on there. And I'm like, yeah, I was mostly like just relaxing and watching TV. I wasn't even looking for a date.
Me too,
like,
girl. I was doing my puzzles daily, waking up, doing my self-care routine, working
right.
out. I talked to a few people here and there, and I ain't gonna lie, I got on the app a couple of times, you know, did a little dabble. But I'm scared of dating apps, so I never last more than a day.
Really?
I'm scared of them. I just feel like, what's wrong with you that we got to be on here? Well, that's how I be feeling. And I just be like, yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like weird or something.
No, I feel like for me, it's easier for me to talk to a guy over the internet than in real life. Cause then I'll be like, well, as my friend tells me, I put men in a friend zone like this. I don't try to do it. I don't know what I'm doing. I think I'm flirting. Am I not flirting? I don't even know anymore. Like, I don't even know what to do. Like,
and see, maybe I need to get like that. So when I talk to men, I am open. So I'd rather talk to you in person because I like that. I feel a better connection that way. So I feel like on apps, it's just always this back and forth. And it's, do I give you my number? Do I call you? Do I get another number app so you don't got my number just in case you're crazy? Like, it's too much. I just want to meet you organically, like out somewhere, not a club, not a bar. If it happens there, it happens. But like, I just want to meet you organically. Like, knock my stuff out my hand and we just connect eyes.
So you want a Hallmark movie? Oh my goodness, I dropped. Where did it go? Right. Oh, thank you, kind sir.
Thank you so much. Or at a gas station and I'm struggling. You need help? Yes, keep pumping.
Oh, thank you. Oh, you're so strong. You know?
But yeah, no, I'm just like old school. Like, I just want to meet you organically. And I like talking on the phone and I like the old school stuff. I don't really like text messages that are taken so wrong. I like to talk on the phone. Call me.
Well, I do like if I'm dating you, if I'm dating, I want to talk to you on the phone. Like, I had one guy I was dating and I would call him and then he wouldn't answer and then he immediately text me and I'm like, why you just couldn't answer the phone? Like, why? When I was younger, okay, I never like, you know how back in the day it was like on the phone, you used to call a number, you can listen to somebody's voice message and you can talk to people that
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Like that I used to get on there just to hear what people were saying on there, but I never really talked to anybody from off of those phone line things.
Right.
Because I always met somebody out doing stuff or somebody I work with, like, so I never not had a date. Like, never.
Right.
Like, I always was like either dating somebody, met somebody while I was out, especially when I was in Atlanta. Like, I'm going out all the time, and now it's just like I don't like I go out, but I just like, do I talk to this person? Is it
Right.
weird? It's just like I don't. Now I feel like I don't know if it's because of like 2020. I was just like I don't feel comfortable going out and talking to people anymore like I used to.
Right.
And then here's this insecurity coming back where what do they really like me or are they just being nice?
Yeah.
So it's just like back in the day, men used to be like, "Yeah, what's up, girl? How you doing? Yeah."
Right.
So I'm like, I feel like I don't know if they're intimidated or they just like,
They just don't approach anymore. They don't apply pressure really anymore. You get blessed, you get lucky, to find somebody that's willing to court you like they did back in the day. And
yeah,
even if I'm a person where like even if you have kids, you have another life, you have obligations. I don't mind that at all. But a person that wants you they want to get to know you, they want to be with you, or if y'all gotten deeper and they really want you around, they'll make that effort.
right.
So for me, it's just being grown and being aware of your surroundings and who you're dealing with. If that person wants to be with you, if that person wants to be around you. Sometimes you know it and you have hope. Sometimes you know it and you just don't know how to mention it. But 9 times out of 10, if that person wants to be with you or wants to be around you, man and woman.
Yeah, because I feel like sometimes, like when I was younger, I think I was more. No, I did hold my feelings. I was like, no, I was more into like telling. I was more honest, I guess, about certain things, not everything,
Yeah.
but certain things. But now I'm just like, well, I don't want to tell you everything and then you just break my heart.
Right.
Like,
And that's where I'm at. I'm at a point now where it's like, from being in therapy and just, growing up and just watching different things and just knowing who you are is what
right.
really helps set the foundation for how you're willing to be treated and what you're willing to be put up with, you're willing to put up with.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I know I'm emotional. I know I'm romantic. I know that I am a person that needs reassurance. So for me, if you're not willing to take on that type of thing, then I just know that we're not compatible. We probably won't make it. Because we're grown, and I don't expect you to like change your whole way of thinking in your life for me. But I do expect like a compromise, So that's just where I'm at. We're adults, I'm gonna open up to you, you open up to me. I'm gonna trust until you give me a reason not to. I'm instilling that in my brain because I know me.
Yeah.
I overthink. I'm an overthinker. That's the life that God has given me. Listen, he just gave me a brain full of thoughts. And so I can tend to just run with them. And then you can do one thing to me and it can shift my whole mood and how I think about you. So what I'm working on now within myself is just like taking a step back and like assessing the situation. And again, like learning myself because I know me. I know that I overthink. So for me, I have to be like, okay, girl, are you overthinking, or is this something?
Is this in your brain, or
right?
is this something that's actually happening?
Yeah, like, are you creating these? Because you can think about stuff so much that you've created it, and it will happen.
That part,
like you manifesting stuff that you don't even know that you're manifesting. Like when you harp on things that aren't there, or you bring up things that aren't there. So that's what I'm working on for myself.
Right.
So I said all that to say, like, I am gonna open up, because I feel like that's what it's not on me what you do with the information that I give you. That's on you and you in the future. And that just shows me what type of person you are. So yeah, that's just I'm not at a point in my life now where I'm like, well, I'm shut down. I don't want love. And
No, I'm
was
open.
I literally was. That was me all of last year. And for the last 3 years, I've just been like, yeah, it is what it is. Like, we can link up here and there. Now I'm
Yeah.
just like, yeah, no, I'm ready to settle down. I'm 34 and I want a child, and like I want to be with a partner. Like,
Right. Like
that's
it's
where I'm at
little
now.
stuff that you can miss. Like I miss like, trying new restaurants together, going,
Yeah,
just little trips and doing stuff, even just watching a bootleg movie at home or
yeah, just like
something.
being around each other, home dates, and I've been seeing
Yeah.
those a lot lately. I've been seeing like home dates are like really big lately, so they're actually getting more love than going out and stuff now.
Yeah, like let's cook together and make a meal and be in the kitchen and talk. Like I feel like the best talks that people have are like when you're doing stuff together,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
like not forced, because
yeah,
I like quality time. Like I think
yeah.
since 2020, my love language has changed. I used to be very physical touch, and now, COVID, I'm like, wait, no, I don't want to touch you right now.
Well,
Um,
I'm still physical touch over here.
I mean, I want that, but also I'm just like, so what's your,
A little reserved, yeah.
you
I'm a little bit
know,
more like, you sneezing a little too much back to back.
I don't like that cough.
What's going on?
But I'm more
Do you believe in COVID? Do you believe in going to get checked at least?
that part.
An antibiotic. That's what you need.
Something shots.
Yeah, no, I'm still physical touch though.
Yeah, but mine changed to like, I mean, it's still top three is in physical touch,
Yeah.
but I think it switched to quality time and what was the other one? What's the one you have to like? I don't know. I can't think of it. The other one right now, but
So
and
mine is. I wonder what you're talking about. Is it words of affirmation?
yes, that's it.
Yeah.
Words of
I'm gonna take the
affirmation.
test again. I feel like I've changed over this year. So I'm gonna take the test again. I think I'm leaning more towards quality time and work. I'm definitely words of affirmation because I'm a person again that needs a lot of reassurance. Which, yeah, I think I'm doing better with that. But like, yeah, I'm definitely words of affirmation. I love to give it and receive it.
Yeah, you do.
So
Sorry.
and I'm a I do. I love to give. You say you don't?
No, I was being nasty. I'm sorry. He's like, I love to give and receive. I was like, yeah, you do.
Oh, yes, I do. I told you I'm physical touch, honey, over here. You can't touch me. You can't.
You give some.
Listen, girl, listen, it's a give and take over here.
Right.
Okay.
You got to
You
give it
tell me
up.
no so many times and I'm going to be going. Like, listen, I am a girl that likes to be, like, I need that. Like, men need it. I need that, honey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I feel like I think I actually would be the woman to be like, we could be in the biggest argument ever. And if you still want to have sex, I'm like, yes. And then turn over and don't touch me.
Yeah, I can't go to bed mad. I cannot go to bed mad.
Yeah, I think I can't sleep. I find myself and I'm just sitting there and I'm like, are they sleeping good? Like, you really don't care? This don't bother you? It bothered me.
But see, then your mind starts racing.
Happy. Hi. You're snoring. And I just wanted to know. Can we talk about what happened 5 hours ago?
Oh my God. You're like, oh my God, here she go. I was trying to go to sleep and now she tapping on my shoulder talking about this.
I have graduated from that now, now we have moved on. Like, if you are not I think that, like, I feel like now if the person's not in a good headspace, if I'm not in a good headspace, let's reconvene tomorrow.
Yeah.
Where I can receive what you're saying to me, because right now you're full of shit. So I don't want to hear it. But if we come back tomorrow when the sun is shining and I've just gotten 8 hours of sleep, you might be like the professor, I might just listen to every word you say. But
Yeah.
right now, in this moment, like clouded judgment. But yeah, I don't know what my affirmations are anymore. I feel like I've changed. I feel like I'm more physical.
I mean, you
Physical
always
touch,
need physical
communicate.
touch. Like I miss cuddling with someone. Not too long in the bed because mama sweats at night, so she can't
listen,
be
I am a naturally warm body, so
we can
listen, we
cuddle
can
up
cuddle all
until
night, but my leg is coming out the blanket. Like I'm literally always taking out the blanket, or I might take both of them out. Like, but we can
you gotta
keep
have one leg
cuddling.
out.
Girl, yes, baby. I comes from underneath the blanket. I'm like, hold on, let me readjust myself. Like, I don't know why I'm so warm body, and it's crazy. Cause sidebar, the doctor said I'm anemic. I'm like, aren't they cold?
Yeah. Usually you're cold.
Far from it. I said, well, what the heck is wrong with me? What type of anemic am I?
When you get older, your body changes, girl.
Like, you know what? So that's exactly what my mom said. She said, girl, welcome to your mid-30s. That's just all I'm gonna tell you, because that's when life for me shifted. I said, well, that's why I want at least 2 kids in there somewhere, because it's time to have some kids, because baby, women's body, we change real quick.
And it's like you hit 30 and then something happens.
I'm telling you, I hit 30 and it was like, hi body, like I don't even know who you are, but hey, that hurts. Ow.
Yeah.
I'm not in my 20s anymore. But even in my late 20s, I started like
changing.
Okay. I'm like, okay. So what the 30s gonna be like? But my 30s they've been amazing.
Yeah.
I think, they've been amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, I had a good time in my 30s. Like I graduated from film school in my 30s. I did
How old are you?
I'm 43 now.
No, you're not. Ricki, what? Listen, black don't crack. You're giving me very much like 28.
Oh, thank you, girl.